Hi, this is Camille from my Junk Journal Heaven. I want to make a pocket to put this in. This tag, I got this off of a box of, what is it? I'll get it here in a minute. Walker's shortbread, but I love the Scottish thistle. I just love it. And so I want to use this as a tag, and I'm trying to figure out how to do it with this. I guess I could have it be a side tuck. That would work. I could put it in as a side thing and then fold the top part over. I've been trying to decide this for about half an hour here, so I need to make up my mind and get something going. And maybe I want it to be more like that. But I need to put something in the background of this because I don't like just plain white behind my things. So I'm going to probably going to put this in there. That'd look okay. Yeah, that'd look just fine. So that's what I'm going to do. How is everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's nice. It's getting nicer weather here. I don't know whether everybody's getting nicer weather. I know a lot of people are, and I hope everybody's well, getting past the bugs that are going around. Okay. Make a mark there so I can cut that. So I've been going to do this journal and put in a lot of the stuff that I already have made, and I just keep putting it off. I don't know why I'm putting it off, but I'm putting it off. I could use this behind there instead. Do I want to do that? I had it out also. That makes a pretty view behind there. No, I think I'll go ahead and use this. Okay. So what's everybody up to? I hope everybody's crafting and having fun. I know some people are thinking about their gardens already. I'm not real sure that we're not going to have more bad weather, so I'm not thinking about a garden yet. My peach trees are blooming, which worries me a little bit because if we have a freeze, the blooms will freeze and then I won't have any peaches. Of course, I never get any peaches off the tree anyway because the animals get them before I do, the squirrels. I'm going to have to pick them this year when they're green and let them ripen inside, which I didn't want to do, but that's the only way I'm going to get any peaches, I think, because last year I wasn't feeling good and I looked out and I thought, well, they're just about ready, so I'll go out tomorrow and get them. And I went out tomorrow and they were gone. Totally gone. They left me nothing. The first year that happened, my sister said, well, it's probably the birds. And I said, no, birds would leave something. You know, they would leave a little bit of something there. There would be a seed or something hanging on, but with the critters that got them, there was nothing. So I'm hoping this year I get something. Who knows? Okay, that's going to work like that, and I'm going to have to use my scoring tool across it to bend it, otherwise it won't bend, I know, because it's stiff. This is, the paper I put in there is like cardstock. It's kind of heavy. I should probably use that other paper, but that's okay. That's okay. And I have to cover the back of this with something. I want to make sure that that's, oops, that that's going to work. Yes, that'll work. Okay. I need to cover the rest of it with some pieces of stuff. I don't know if I want to keep with the grays, since it's black and white mainly, and grays. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. So I cut a strip like that. What's this one? Oh, this one's the same as the background. I don't want to do that. I have a strip here. That works. That'll work. I hope I'm in view here. That's probably too much glue and it'll squeeze out, but that's okay. As long as it doesn't squeeze out onto the cellophane window part of the thing, I don't care. And it is squeezing out a little bit, but I'll wipe that off. Okay. I need a wet wipe. I'm getting glue on the cutting mat here. So I had trouble this last week with my septic system. And I didn't want to pay out $300. The last time I had trouble with it, I paid $300 to get it emptied because I figured that was what was wrong with it. But that's only been 2 years ago, and we lived here for 5 years before that, so I couldn't figure out why it needed to be emptied all of a sudden. So I decided I was going to try and work on it, so I went and got some WD-40 to get the screws out, because unfortunately the screws in it were rusted, and when the guy emptied it, he told me that I needed new screws, and one of my sons said, yeah, he'd get me new screws, and then he forgot. But he works lots of hours, so I couldn't yell at him or anything. So anyway, I went and got new screws, and I got my drill, got a piece so that I wouldn't have to bend over, because I have a hard time bending over, and squirted it with the WD-40 and did the best I could, and I couldn't get the screws off. So my son came over after work on Saturday. He works, both of my sons that live here work pretty much 12-hour days and on every Saturday. And so he came over after he got off work, and we opened up the one septic tank where it has a filter in it. We took the filter out, and it went down, the water went down. We said, okay, that was it. Came in the house and took a shower, and it filled up. The shower backed up. So that wasn't it. So Sunday, my son came over again, and we found there was a clog in the other tank. And if you've ever messed with septic tanks, they're not nice. They're not pleasant. But at least it's fixed now, so I don't have to worry about that. I just didn't want to have to spend that money on septic. There's just too many other things that are more fun to spend money on. Okay, I'm going to cross this all the way over. And then I'll trim it off with either the scissors or the paper cutter. I'll probably use the paper cutter, because I don't do so well with scissors. Any of you that watch my channel very often know that I don't do well with scissors. Okay. I'm going to do this one too. And once again, I've got too much glue on there, but that's okay. Oh, I really did get too much glue up in the wrong spots. Well, that could be wiped off. I should have inked that, shouldn't I? It's kind of dull. Although, being gray, it's kind of dull anyway. I'm going to have to perk it up with some stuff. I don't know what, no, I think I'm going to have to do it with the scissors. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to see it well enough to do it. So I will trim it up and get back to you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. While I was trimming this, I got to thinking that I might want to make a hidden paper clip out of it, but I also need to probably put something across the top of the part that's going to go across the page. See how this does. And it's going to require some trimming and working on it, I can tell. I could also make this a side tuck and put a tag in there. These things never work the way I want them to. I don't know. So I need a little bit of glue along the bottom here. And I think I'll use something that puts out smaller pieces of glue. If I can get it out. It's been giving me grief lately. I don't know why. Did really good. I was reading, and it says if it gets stopped up to put it in warm water and soak it in hot water or run it through hot water, and it is stopped up. Well, so much for that. I guess I'll use this other glue again. But I'll be less vigorous with it. And I'm going to put it across here also. My end camera. That's an important thing. Well, I am when I'm over there. Okay. Now, I'm going to close this. Turn that way. And it still comes out uneven over here. I guess I just have to let it be. All right, now for the back of it. I'm not going to put anything on this, but I am going to back the rest of it with something. I have some brown paper here. I wonder if I've got enough of it to do that. I do, and that would make a good journaling surface, wouldn't it? Okay. I can do that, and I'll probably use that for the hidden paper clip too, some of that paper. Right now, what I need to do is do my hidden paper clip thing. And because this paper is so thin, I may double it up. Okay, and I need a paper clip. You've all seen me do hidden paper clips before, I'm sure, but if there's somebody new, there are dozens of ways to do hidden paper clips, and this is my way. You'll see other people do it different ways than me. And that end did not glue. Did not stay glued, so I'm going to glue it again. I probably trimmed off all the glue. And I'm using burnt timber for my inking today, if you're wondering. Okay, now for the hidden paper clip, I am going to glue some of this together just to make it a little bit thicker. I could get some other paper out, but I have this, I might as well use it. And it doesn't have to be very big. We just need it so that we can put the paper clip over the top of it. And then it needs to be hidden under here. So I will need to cut some off of down here. Oops. Got that real straight, didn't I? But I'm also going to thin it out. It doesn't need to be this wide of a piece of paper either. And now comes the part where we really put the glue on it. I could poke it up through the top and put a ribbon on it. Do I want to do that? I don't know whether I do or not. If I do, it's right there. Why do I have a feeling this may not work? Ah, it did go through. Okay, let's see if the paper clip will go through. When you do this, you just put the tip of the paper clip through like that, and then you can put a ribbon or whatever on the top of this. And it worked. So now I just have to glue it down. And I'm going to start with glue down here on this part of it. And I like to put a lot of glue on the paper clip part because we want it to stay where it belongs. And I need glue on the paper around the edges so that it will stay glued down. I actually could cut that off a little bit more. I already glued the other part, but I can cut that part off. Okay, now I'm going to glue this part. Lots of glue, remember. Ooh, I'm starting to run out of this one. I have refills. I haven't run out yet, but it's getting low. I want to make sure I've got it around the edges because that's important. You want it to stick to this paper because otherwise when you go to put it on a page, it'll tear. It won't go on right. Okay. There we go. Yep, that's gonna work, and I'm gonna be able to get 2 out of it, I think. Get it over as far as I can. And then get it in this way as far as I can. Boy, just barely. Just barely. Ha! Look at that. That was a good one. Put those in my scrap box. They're big enough to do something with. Okay. Now the tag I put on the other side could be absolutely, totally different, which is fine.